Welcome to the Gaudy Gabbers
We are
2016.
Brad,
And Calvin.
and we are coming to you live from the Mountain and Central Time Zone. No, where are
Yeah.
you? Eastern.
Eastern. Yeah.
East- I keep thinking mountains because you're in Kentucky.
Yeah. There are some mountains here, that's for sure.
That's got to be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, when Chris and I were driving to North Carolina too, we went right through the Appalachians, and there are so many mountains.
That would be fun. I don't remember doing that. I did that at night when I went out your way in high school, so I didn't get to see any of the
Oh, really?
landscapes. Yeah, we just drove right through it both ways at night.
Were.
So cool. Yeah, tell me about your trip.
Yeah, and there's got to be a better way to do this, but you know what? I'm gonna do this right, okay? So people can really see. Share entire screen. So yeah, Chris and I went to go visit our. Whoa,
Oh,
that's cool. Our friend.
just not useful.
Is this useful now? Does that look better?
I see your photos.
Yeah. We went
So
to go
no,
visit Sam Schuler, who used to live in Eau Claire, and do show choir with me, and then he moved to North Carolina. And while we were traveling, we found our town, man. We found it.
I thought that was in is that in Kentucky?
That was in North Carolina.
Well, it's
There
North
it goes
Carolina.
again.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, so that was while we were near Interstate 26.
Got it.
Yeah, I guess I'll show a couple pictures while we're here. And I already shared this one. We found the Coal Creek Smokehouse in this beautiful town. Look,
Ah, yes.
I mean, minus the gas stations and stuff. But look at those mountains, dude. Like, and houses were just tucked into those mountains and hills.
And the clouds
Really,
are lapping at it. That's crazy.
no, that's smoke. That's like smoke coming out of the mountain.
Really? That's not
Yeah.
weird
No, it's not a cloud. It's actually smoke somehow, like vapor, water vapor, rising up out of the mountain.
because of the rain that day.
It's constant. It's just constant. It's probably rain, and it rains most days, so it's probably somehow from the rain.
It's just so weird.
It's bonkers. Just
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, we ate there, and this is the food I had.
I
They had
noticed you
a,
had
they had a what?
kind of an attitude about you with that picture.
Yeah, see the knife, nice knife I've got there too.
I did see that, although Chris kind of cut your knife off, so we didn't get the full effect right away.
Yeah, he really screwed up that picture.
Yeah, I think he's got to be fired.
Yeah, here. And also I did find um, in Coal Creek Smokehouse. Look what I found. Liney's. All the way from Chippewa Falls.
That's great. Summer Shandy.
Oh, you can see me in the
Oh,
mirror
that's funny.
again.
Sure enough.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty neat. It was a neat place.
Looked like it was kind of somebody's house or something that they had converted.
Um, it was totally somebody's house. Yeah, it was an old house that was set back off of the highway for a little bit, and we spent like an hour and a half there almost. So we were almost late to see the show that we were going to,
Jeez.
but we made it.
With full bellies.
Yep. Chris is good at speeding, so we made it on time.
Now, it seemed like on the way back, you must have gotten a little later start than what you expected. I was just curious when you took the picture of your sunburn and shared it with me. Did I ever see there like 2:30 in the morning on Sunday? Or Monday, I guess it would have been.
Yeah. We didn't get back and sleeping until about 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, and we had to leave for work at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What?
somebody planned the return trip very well there.
Well, I slept most of the way from North
Oh,
Carolina
geez.
here, but Chris had to drive. He's a little sour about it. I told him once he teaches me to drive stick, then we could share it. And he's promised me he will, but we have to figure out our timing. We were gonna yesterday, then I got tied up, and then we were gonna today, and then I got tied up again. So
Okay.
it's really my fault.
Well, don't you have Fridays off?
We can do it right now, but I'm tied up. No, Chris is tied up. Otherwise, we do it now. Yeah, we have Fridays off.
You can make Fridays your drive day.
Sure, yeah. Fridays are off because we work 10-hour days here.
You're saying, yeah.
Oh, and just a little humble brag here. I wanna show you the view I had as we were visiting the Schulers.
Yeah.
The view that I gotta wake up to in the morning.
Okay. Where did they move to? I mean, what the heck?
Hillview, North Carolina.
So was this because of work?
Huh?
Was this because of their work? How did they end up landing in this place?
Yep, it worked. Sam's dad changed jobs.
Okay.
So yeah, they moved. So this is when I woke up in the morning.
Got it.
This is what I had.
What the heck?
Check that out, man.
Is that their house?
Yeah, that's their living room that I was sleeping in.
Is he like the CEO for Google or something now? What the heck, man?
No, there are a lot nicer houses even on this lake.
You look at the boat canopy and stuff. It's all permanent.
Everybody's got those. Everybody.
Holy crud. That's
And then this is what
like
in the morning. What?
Is that their pool?
Yeah, that's their pool.
That's not like part of a condo or something?
Nope, it's their house, their pool, their boat landing. This is all their personal house.
Calvin, are these guys like millionaires or something?
I don't ask them like specifics of their.
You just lay it down. Dude, are you like a millionaire? This is where the Schulers live, honey. And Calvin visits. I have Mom on the podcast.
Well, they had a pool at their old house.
Well, would it look like this?
I don't know. I never saw the pool. But you know, in the South, they can leave all that kind of stuff in the water, too.
True that.
Oh, yeah. This is all year round.
Sure.
Yeah, because it doesn't freeze. Hi, Calvin.
Hello, Mom.
But
hello.
He's clicking back now.
Pretty fun.
She left.
Yeah. And then in the morning, here was the fog over the water.
Jeez.
It's so beautiful. And that's a whole river that this been transitioned into.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, that's a tiny portion of the lake.
That's gorgeous, Calvin.
Yeah, I wanted you to check out this dock, though. It might be a little bit of an inspiration. And I thought maybe you could do something like that. It's a floating dock.
It is, because it's a river?
Yeah, so it goes up and down quite a bit.
But it's always the same level.
Yeah. But it just seemed handy to have something that floats that you don't have to manually lower and raise. But we can talk about that some other time.
Okay. Well, suffice to say, it is pretty impressive.
That's Sam. He's driving the boat.
With his Superman shirt.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So it was super.
That's great. Well, that was fun. You made the trip.
Yeah, it was a super great weekend. And the thing that killed me is that we went kayaking for like 2 hours. And then I went water skiing for a while. And that killed me. Like, their boat is a fast boat. So we were going 40 miles an hour on the ski boat. And that's way faster than, our little aluminum craft goes. So it was taking a lot out of me.
I was say that sounds like it'd be easier actually because you're not dragging through the water as much.
I guess I don't know. Probably because it was the first time I had done it this year, but I got really tired.
I would bet that's more the case because you haven't been up for a while.
Yeah, it hasn't been since last year.
Faster is better because all you got to do is basically hold the rope. You're not being drugged at all.
That's true.
Right along the top.
Yeah, but when you crash, it's more painful.
Yeah, if you did a little of that, definitely you would have some soreness.
Yeah. And then we went tubing afterwards.
Okay.
And actually.
Got a tubing shot?
Yeah, I might as well try to find a good one. Yeah, we left Friday at about noon. Because we had to work Friday morning. We had to do some overtime.
Okay.
And then we left around like 6 on Sunday.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys stayed way too long.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a couple more.
Okay.
So this is Barb. Yeah, that's Sam's mom and their dog Pico. So that's a pretty good one. And then me skiing is right there.
Sweet. Ripping it. That does look faster.
Yeah, you can just tell by the picture, can't you?
Well, the wake's not as high either. It's like much. It must be the type of engine they have, but it doesn't produce as high a wake. Both
Yeah,
just higher out of the water.
it's an inboard outboard motor, so like if it's there's a prop underneath still,
Right.
but there's no big engine up top. And then where's a good? That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a pretty good picture there.
Yeah, Chris had his nice camera out on the boat, his
Oh,
Canon
really?
650 or whatever.
Sweet. What kind of rope is that? The handle looks like it's.
It was totally like some homemade thing, and
Oh, really?
yeah, it was kind of sketchy. I was like, "What is this?" They're like, "It's a ski rope." Okay.
Looks like a cable with a like a board on the end or something.
Yeah, it pretty much was. And
Okay.
it was a lot shorter than our ski ropes, so I was
Oh,
a
really?
lot closer and had less maneuverability
Sure.
versus the longer rope. I would have
Right.
liked the longer rope, but that's what they had, and it was still lots of fun.
Well, you can go with your own water skis next time you go out to visit Sam.
Yes, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, nice.
So yeah, this is me right as we're about to start tubing.
Those look like the same ones we have.
The tube,
Yeah.
it is quite similar. I like ours better though. Theirs is
Okay.
a little bit of an older style. The handles aren't in as nice a location.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
That life jacket looks like it must belong to his little brother or something.
no, it was just really short. It was huge around the waist, but it
Yeah.
was just really short.
Didn't even go to your navel.
No, it was an extra large, but it was super short. It was so weird.
I guess as long as you float.
I did, and I fell off enough to float.
Prove the theory. Hey, wow, Chris does have some good pictures here.
Yeah,
That's
just
cool.
holding on for dear life. That's not even one of the higher ones. Let's see if I can really see some air on one of these.
Nice. Is that a leg? Yep.
We have two legs, one right there and one up there. That's right before I biffed it. The tube flipped over completely, and I was getting dragged underneath the water.
Yeah. It's all over.
Oh, yep. Oh, wait, I went too high. There we go. Yep, all over. That's me upside down. You see the foot?
And the tube. Yep. That's not going to finish well.
And then by the end of the day, just completely bush.
She's dragged home.
Yep. Time to go home.
So that's where the sunburn came in, huh?
Yep. Yeah, it was bad. I'm starting to peel a little bit right now.
Jeez. Chris the same way?
No, he wasn't out in the direct sun nearly as much as I was.
You're right.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. Major shout out to Sam and the Schulers for putting us up that weekend. It was super nice of them. And,
Definitely. What a unique opportunity.
yeah, totally. And when else am I gonna make it out there? It was still a 6.5 hour drive from here, so it's
Yeah.
like 18 hours from Eau Claire.
I don't see that happen. You might want to go again before you leave Kentucky, though. Looked like pretty fun. All right, we're going down the list, or what you want to talk about next?
Um, I guess one more shout out is it was really good to catch up with Sam again.
Oh, really?
It's been like 2 years since we saw each other, and he's really grown up to be a mature young adult, and it's really cool. Like I saw him 2 years ago, and now to see him now, he's still Sam, and he's still an interesting, neat person. And now he has a lot of maturity and a lot of confidence about himself that he has really grown into. So kudos to him for growing up and becoming a mature young adult.
Yeah,
Sweet.
you've got a new perspective on that now without high school being the main focus of your life. You've got a whole new set of circumstances to measure people by.
Yeah. I don't know. In some ways, I'm kind of sick of hanging out with middle-aged guys, though. So
I can see where that would get old. Are they all drinking all the time and cavorting with women? And
no, only like one of them.
do you all share a room or what? Or you just got one roommate?
Just one roommate. Me and Chris are rooming together, and dude, this place is huge.
Is it really?
Doesn't have a lot of furniture, but it's got. Come with me. So yeah, that's the window to outside,
Okay.
and then we've got a full kitchenette,
Got
and
it.
then Chris's room is over here. I won't show that for his privacy's sake. And then I have a king in my room,
Nice.
and then we each have our own separate bathrooms.
Really?
Yeah, really,
That's great.
with our own sinks and showers and closets. So it's nice. And each of the other guys has the same setup, one roommate, and they get to share. And get this, every day there's a continental breakfast, and it's good.
Yeah.
And Monday through Friday, they provide dinner as well, continental, or free.
So that budget of yours is doing pretty well as far as the meal reimbursement goes.
So far, yes. So far, I have not messed that up too bad. So Mike found a great hotel here. It's really comfortable and keeps a husband well fed. Pretty sweet.
Got airplanes going by?
Yep, quite often.
Yeah. Will be you soon enough. Thank you. Appreciate the visuals. Yeah, exactly. Move the computer closer. All right, Baloo. Did you book your airline yet?
I have not yet. It's still like $500.
Are you thinking it's going to get cheaper?
I do. I really do, because I've been tracking other flights similarly, and it seems like about 2 weeks out is when it gets cheaper, more like $350.
Okay.
So
there's some scientific knowledge going on here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at that list. What do you got?
We just had big weekend is all. I had volunteer day last weekend.
Do tell about volunteer day.
We rocked volunteer day. We had 23, 24 people. 4 of them were kids, but
Wow, that's a lot of people.
it was, and it was from various places and backgrounds. We had former campers that were out there, and their family came. We had guys that had helped for years. There were 4 guys working the firewood and the gator and stuff. I bet between them they probably had about 90 years of volunteering at camp. It was pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so they were a fun set. And then Mom had some folks from Purveya here, so cheers to Tyler for showing up with his family. Got to meet him and his wife and their baby Hudson.
Well, neat.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that was fun to have the kids there. That was the other former camper, but his wife and kids too. They were both very young. So they were there, and of course I had Drew and Matt couldn't make it, but Julian made it out. And then Ed and Christy Gorell were both there, and a few other folks. Of course, Grandma was there, killing it in the stove, in the oven. We had just awesome Swedish meatballs and baked cheesy potatoes, salad, Kringle, just all good food. So
You guys are just living it up. Wow.
it was a big day. So I figure we put in with everybody and the work that we did. I calculated it out. I think 150 hours of work.
150 man hours spent that day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Not bad for basically from like 9 to 3, 9 to 4.
Yeah, plus the lunch in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. We took break for lunch, but we were just hitting it. So that was fantastic. We had a good day. Weather was awesome. So we got a lot done. So I was just really happy with it. And camp's shaping up, man. It really looks nice.
That's sweet. So yeah, tell me about this gator. They said they were using the gator for some stuff.
Yeah, what's to tell about the gator, Cal?
I just heard a couple rumors that kind of fluctuate and move around.
Gator, you had to use that to tow the log splitter. So just use that. Da da da, log splitter. Da da da.
The gator has like instructions on how to use it right in front. So there shouldn't be any user errors or anything.
I just think that you had a bunch of guys, so they were all helping, and gator log splitting, da da da, up the hill, da da da, down the hill, yada da da, and
wait, what? Down?
Wrecking crew, yada yada, out of the ditch, no big deal, back to work.
Ditch downhill? What? What are you talking about? What happened?
So these youngsters, in their 90 years of volunteering, decided to put somebody in charge of not putting on the parking brake. So when they left it at the top of the hill and started filling it, they were smart. They were smart enough to block the wheels, so they had put logs underneath the wheels, to keep it from rolling. But eventually, the weight of it, because they were loaded up with oak, overcame that block that they had, and it just rolled down the hill. Right into the ravine.
Did it have anything attached to it?
Yeah, the log splitter.
It rolled with the log splitter.
Rolled with the log splitter about 40 yards. Then it just road curved right, so the log splitter and the gator kept going left. And I was checking up on him, so I was just rolling up the hill when this happened. I had the golf cart. And I get literally the one guy is getting up off of the ground because he tried to jump on and rescue it. Not a great idea when you're 72 years old. But he was literally just getting up off his knees when I came up, and I'm looking around. I see the 4 guys, but I didn't see the gator. Then I looked to the right and saw, oh, that's not good. The engine was still running, log splitter. It was just a mess.
They still have the engine running?
On the log splitter, yeah. I mean, it was...
Oh, on the log splitter.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. No, so it was like, running away. And so they were all there. Nobody got hurt. And they were actually, them, Drew and the other guys, once we knew what was going on, we got up there and they were able to take the log splitter off and lift it up out of that gully. But I had to call the wrecker to get the gator. I didn't want them to try and drive it out or push it out. So we had the guy with the hoist or the winch come out and hooked onto the ball and drug it up the hill, back on the road. Nothing damaged.
Really?
A little dent where the ram, the hydraulic ram on the log splitter, fishtailed and hit the gate. So there was a little dent there, but a little paint exchange. That's about it. Could not believe it. This should have been such a mess. It could have been so bad. Flipped over. Oh, man, people under it. I was seeing all the worst things happening going on here. As it was about a 30-minute delay. I actually called the wrecker at 12:05. He says, I can drop what I'm doing. I'll be there in 10 minutes. So he showed up right after Drew and the guys got the log splitter back up on the road and used the winch, pulled it out. By 20 after 12, we were back eating lunch. Crazy day.
That's bonkers.
Wow. It was just nutty. I mean, that nothing of all the bad things that could have happened did happen. I'm so grateful. Just so grateful. So, yeah,
okay.
chalk that up to...
But as far as that happening, Come on, guys. There are instructions written
Hey,
right in the center console.
these
Just-
guys, it's not a matter of instruction. These guys are so mechanically minded, so with it. I mean, they've been doing this work for years, probably since they had skid steers and stuff. I mean, they know their way around this equipment. It was just one failure to probably needed somebody else to like double check, just make sure when they parked on this hill. And nobody else did. They just probably figured the guy that was driving said it right and went on about their business. Like I said, they blocked the wheels, took the time to put another log under so it wasn't, susceptible to rolling away until it got full. Then it was
Sure.
heavy. So, yeah, it's always good to just confirm, no matter how stupid people think you are for asking. Did you set the brake? So did you get the thing? Did all the lights get off? Did we turn the oven off? Just
as long as it's in a nice, kind way, there's nothing wrong with that.
the coals. Yep.
Because you'd much rather somebody ask the question and be like,
Yep.
"Oh, well, yeah, of course I did that." Like, okay, fine. And then, oh wait, no, I didn't. I'll go back and do that.
And look, now our house is on fire.
Yeah.
Or, oh, look, now our gator is 50 yards away down a ravine.
Okay, where was it on camp? I want to be able to envision it in my mind.
It was, well, you know where the oak was piled. Weren't you here yet when I cut down that tree? When the Excel came and cut down the tree, I guess? The big oak?
Oh, yeah, up at the top of the hill.
Top of the hill, yeah. So they were parked on that hill, working on that side of the camp.
Okay, so were they parked like on the road?
Yeah, they parked it on the road facing downhill.
Okay.
And so imagine driving into camp, that road curves as it goes over the ravine.
Yep.
And to the left is the lake. So that's where it headed. The road
Into
curved
the
right.
lakeside or the creek side?
Lakeside. But it just...
That's the other thing. It could have like gone way into the lake and been gloop, 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 gloop.
Exactly. I mean, it went down early enough that it hit the, it didn't hit anything when it went down. It kind of stopped on some little brush, but it didn't go as far as the water. I mean, it could have been right in that mud and water where the creek flows through, that culvert, but it went out before that. So it was easy to extract. It's just crazy. That's where it was laying, though. And that's about 15 feet down. It's like... So that's why there was no driving it out. That's where...
Well,
adventure.
eventful and successful volunteer day.
It was, and one for the ages. One to talk about for sure.
Good.
Back in 16 when such and so and the other guys took
Lost the gator.
the gator up the hill for a spin. So anyway,
Anybody get any pictures of it down in the ravine?
yeah, I think Julian took some of me like riding it back out, trying to put some counterweight on it. But no, I don't know if we got any others.
Wow.
Yep, my excitement for the day.
Cool.
Otherwise, all's good. Food was good.
Let's see if there's anything else we want to talk about real quick, because otherwise I got to go to bed.
Yeah, it's probably a good call. Did you bike anywhere?
I just did today, actually.
So what was the destination? Did you
Yeah, I
bike?
want to talk about a little bit of biking.
Let's do that because we had that good article you sent too. I appreciated that.
Oh, yeah, that was super fascinating. Yeah, I biked to a local grocery store, local chain. Terrible store.
Okay.
Not worth the bike ride at all.
Got it.
I'm glad I went for a bike ride today, though. It was nice.
Yeah.
But so it was like a normal size, say, Gaudy's, and there were like 20 aisles, but only 6 of the aisles had food.
What else did they sell?
That was it. It was like 2 full aisles were dedicated to cat food and dog food. 2 full aisles for animal food. Like, okay, I guess people have a lot of dogs and cats that need to be fed here. And then like 2 more aisles were dedicated to houseware and like napkins and toiletries stuff. So it's grocery store stuff, but it was 2 full aisles for that. And then 3 of the aisles were beverages, just
Oh, my.
beverages, soft drinks and beers and bottled water. So grocery items, but not food items. So that's like 7 of the aisles right there, and then I don't even remember what the other 2 were. But I remember looking at the aisles and saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it for food.
Pet food, big time.
It's just terrible selection, and I wasn't glad I went there.
Yeah.
But it did make it was even worse than a Gaudy's, honestly. Like their selection was even worse than the Gaudy's.
Now you're just slamming them.
But it made me appreciate the grocery stores that I've been to in the Wisconsin area. Like before I left down here, I went to a place called the Outpost. Have you heard of them?
No.
It's a food co-op in the Milwaukee area.
Okay.
It's like just local foods, but it's based in Milwaukee and it's a little bit bigger. They have a couple stores, I think about 4 around the Milwaukee area. So they were a pretty small place. They're maybe the size of 2 just local foods. So if you put 2 of them together, that's about how big the Outpost was. But their selection is phenomenal compared to this store that was probably 4 times as big as the Outpost.
How strange. Well, biking to grocery stores, that's definitely a new challenge. You know, you always got to plan for cold, plan for tipping, plan for hot.
Oh,
Trailer.
and the roads here are not biker friendly.
Nope. No shoulders. 2 lanes.
There actually is a bike lane for a good stretch of where I needed to go.
Wow. Okay.
And it was maybe 4 feet, maybe 5, but 2 of those feet were the gutter. So,
okay.
It's technically the width, but when you include the gutter in such a big portion, it's like I don't really want to ride in the gutter anyway. So,
right.
And the other thing about it is that there's a lot of traffic down here, and the speed on the highways are at least 2, if not 3 lanes, plus a turning lane, right turning lane at all the intersections. And when we get to the intersection, the bike lane goes down to like 3 feet to accommodate the right turn lane.
Sure.
So you're like, okay, that sucks. And 3 lanes, right turn lane, and the speed limit's 45 on all the roads.
Yuck.
Yeah. So it's busy traffic and everybody's passing you at 45.
I can see why you were uncomfortable.
Yeah. So it'd be like a bike lane on Claremont.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Exactly like that. Because, of course, the speed limit is 45, but nobody's going 45.
Oh, my gosh. That sounds awful.
I only had
what it was.
What?
You survived is what you did with this bike ride.
Yeah. And it could have been a lot worse. I wasn't traveling during a super heavily trafficked area. And, again, it just made me appreciate the great cycling I have actually had in Eau Claire and how different things could be. But before I went biking, I looked up Kentucky laws and stuff about bike is classified as a vehicle in Kentucky, and you can take a full lane in Kentucky. So I made sure to do a little bit of research before I just headed out there, and so I knew my legal rights and stuff. But
you're all covered.
Yeah, it was
awesome
journey. I'd be willing to go somewhere else though. There's actually a mall that's like 2 miles away, and I'll probably bike there this upcoming weekend to get some clothes and stuff.
Sounds good.
Because I love biking.
I wonder what the city's like there, like in Cincinnati. Wonder what that would be like.
I do too. Yeah. I'm a little bit a ways away from it. I'm like 15 miles.
Yeah, is there like a bus or something that you can accommodate the bike?
Maybe. I should look into that.
Might be worth it to get into the city for the day.
Rather than taking like an hour to bike in or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, plus all those crazy roads, and must be a river or something you got to cross.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you could take like a shuttle bus or something, or it might let you just bring it right on board. Then you could just go spend one of your Fridays in the city. It'd be cool to be in that city.
That'd be awesome. Okay, let's talk about this article real quick. Let's get our philosophy corner in for a second.
So
So, maybe is there any way to like share the link or something? I just so that when people watch this, I want our viewership to be able to.
I'll look for the link. You do the talking. Give me the background.
Okay. Um, the background. So this guy who lives in Lansing, Michigan, um, decided to become a bike commuter, and where he lives in Lansing, Michigan, is a city that is not well equipped for cycling, commuting by bicycle. So he wrote an article uh, talking about how his experience commuting by bicycle has helped him understand racism and privilege more. Basically, he drew a very long, extended metaphor. That's a little redundant. An extended metaphor between privilege, racism, and cycling in a city that is not well equipped for biking and just biking in general when you're commuting. Did you find the link?
I'm almost there. Well, he did a really interesting thing, I thought, though, too, because he took the time to introduce himself as a bicyclist first, and he had people identify with him as a bicyclist in describing the problems you have with people and car drivers not giving you enough room and not recognizing the hazards that you face, and then he starts to talk about how it's not that people are bad people, it's just that they don't give you any heed. They don't hardly pay any attention to you. You're marginalized by them. And it was then that he took the hook, and he's like, and this is what helps me to understand what it means to be or to have white privilege. And I'm like, what? How did that happen? And it just, as I thought about it as a bicyclist, I'm like, oh my God, he's exactly right. I mean, it made total sense to me right at that moment.
Well, yeah, I mean, the big thing that he drew on was that people aren't inherently bad people or whatever, and people who have white privilege aren't bad people. It's a byproduct of the system,
Right.
and with white privilege, it's the government system. With cycling, it's the road infrastructure. Roads were primarily, roads started with camels and walking way back when, but especially in the U.S., roads started as carriage paths, and then the horseless carriage came about, and that was a natural progression of roads to be designed for horseless carriages, for automobiles. So the basic infrastructure of almost any city, of almost any road, is designed around a vehicle, a car, an automobile. So that's the privilege that those people have. When you need to go from point A to point B, and you hop in your car, you just have an assumption that there's going to be a road to take you there. You
Yep.
will be able to get there in your car. When you're a bike, there isn't that expectation. You don't have things set up specifically for you wherever you need to go. There
Right.
are places that have accommodations, but especially, perfect example, me here, I don't know. I've never lived here before, so I don't know the roads very well. I don't know what's safe for me to bike on and what isn't safe. And just that fact that I need to think about what's safe and what's not safe for me to bike on is something that a car driver never needs to worry about. There's it's always risky to drive a car to a certain extent, so all roads are the same. All roads are open to you as a car driver.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the privilege that this guy who wrote the article paralleled with the government system with white privilege.
Right.
Is that the system is our system of government was originally founded and created during a time of racism, and that means that racism will always be a part of the government system because it was around when our laws and systems were being created. It's always going to be ingrained, whether it's trying to encourage or discourage privilege or racism. always going to be there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got your link up. So
Gotcha.
it's was definitely eye-opening. Definitely was. I thought a good summary. I thought it was able to share with people that hadn't thought about it before what it must be like to not necessarily be discounted intentionally, but to be not included just the same. You know, you're and I think Mom pointed out the difference being that to ride a bike is a choice.
Yes, that is a big difference. Yes.
But I think that that's almost more important because that's something you can choose to do that, you know, short of painting your skin and wearing a wig and, you know, going out in public as a different, you know, as a different ethnicity or a race and seeing what that's like. This is an opportunity to experience that as yourself. You know, you can choose to do that and then witness the effect. And I really believe it's the same type of behavior you might see, and that blows my mind to think that people would walk through life that way, with that same feeling that we have as cyclists on the road. Just, you know, again, not even having people be, you know, rude to you deliberately and doing the crap that he mentions people do, but just that you're not even accounted for, you know, that you're just kind of ignored or just left to your own devices even, you know, nothing
Yeah.
for you once you get there. There's no infrastructure, that sometimes things don't connect. You know, that's the best case scenario. The worst stuff is when there are people that are just jerks and they're just targeting you for, you know, their slang or for, you know, deride you or throw shit at you. It just gets really bad. And it's like, okay, that happens to people. And it's because of what they look like. And that just
Yeah.
blew me away that, you know, I could totally empathize with that feeling for once. I mean, I know what that feels like, but I never thought about it in a way that I thought I could understand. I'm like, I'll never know what it's like to be black. I'll never be black. I'll never know what it's like to be a woman, you know? But in this way, you can actually, I think, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but I think this guy nailed it. You can actually know what it's like to be in that outside group just because
Yeah.
you've done this.
Yeah. In a slight pompous sort of way, you know, it makes me almost feel good about, like, I know what it's like to be on the outside of something.
Oh, I see what
Um,
you're saying. Yeah, it's not pompous. I think it's good. It's not that it's pompous or whatever. I think it's eye opening. You never thought about it that way until this guy wrote this article.
yeah, true. But I just don't want to, like, I don't know, maybe the white privilege still extends, like when people see a white person riding a bike versus a black person riding a bike,
Yeah,
you know, maybe that brings in a whole new
but I tell you,
level.
when I watched you ride bike as a kid, it blew me away that people would treat you the same way as like a 14-year-old riding a bike. You get the same ill behavior, comments, yelling, whatever, as I did as a, you know, 35-year-old man riding a bike.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd be worse as a colored person or not. I think you'd still get, you know, maybe you would, but so often all they see from behind is a jersey and a reflector, and that's all people need. Doesn't matter who's in the bike, woman, man, child, black man,
It's,
white man,
it's
doesn't matter.
something slowing them down.
It's just the bike. Yep, that's just
It's
the
just
thing.
like a pothole on the side of the road.
Exactly. You're just in the way. Doesn't matter who you are, what color you are, what nationality you are. You're just road debris. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. This highly recommend this article.
Yeah, check it out. There's a link.
Super eye opening and worthwhile read. Very, very worthwhile read.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our philosophy for the day. Everybody should go ride a bike. Basically, what we're saying. Go out and hit the road. Don't go on a trail. To really understand what we're talking about, go out on a road from point A to point B and see what we're talking about, and experience it firsthand. What the how the system is not set up for what you are trying to do for your conscious choice. And that's an interesting experience.
You're right on.
Yeah, that philosophy.
Well, you keep living the adventure.
How should we have people share their experience with us when they do it?
Good question. You got to use an email address or what?
Maybe there's comment. Leave a comment.
Can you do
on
that?
the YouTube video. Yeah, because it's going up on YouTube.
Comment. Comment.
Yeah, just leave a comment.
Have you watched any of these?
I haven't. I started one of them.
All right. You got to send me the link again. I don't remember how to get to it.
We got to start putting the word out to somebody because we've actually got a couple now. Somebody could like spend a day watching these.
I'm sure that they would love to.
Yeah.
All right.
The ramblings of an old man in the sun.
You got to show me how to watch it on YouTube so that I can see when they make all their comments.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send you the link.
All right. You got to get some sleep.
Yep.
It's getting late.
This has been a blast.
Just loving it.
Thanks for watching the Gaudy Gabbers for in May 1st, 2016.
You bet.
May 1st. Awesome.
Look forward to
All right.
2 weeks out. We'll get more check-in. Hey, you got to start doing as far as tech stuff. You got to try and get something set up for your pictures, because like Aunt Shelley and all the people and Abby, I think we should set you up with a an iOS. What do you call that when you have the pictures, you photo stream?
We'll talk about that after the stream is done.
Let's do it.
All right. So thanks for watching Gaudy Gabbers for May 1st, 2016. I can do math.
It's just
Tune in 2 weeks and hear all about the new stuff and the new crazy lives of the Gaudy Gabbers.
Come back and see if our sunburn has gone away.
Maybe you get to see some more peeled skin. Thanks for tuning in.